All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Oh, look at that. We're in chapter 3, apparently. Claire wants to talk later. All right. So, first victim worked at the University of Chicago. Numbers 3 and 4 were students. All right. So, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Still Life. We are at the campus. I don't remember who we're interviewing. Uh, I guess not this chick. All right. But yeah, we got to interview someone. I want to say it's somebody's boyfriend, maybe, but I'm not 100% on that. Because we found out that victims 3 and 4 knew each other or something. All right, room 11 it is. I can't remember if if I've turned the cursor on for this or not. Because I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I have the cursor turned off.
Agent McPherson, FBI. I have a few questions I'd like to ask you, if you have the time.
I have time for the pretty agent.
May I come in?
Sure.
Geez, sorry I asked.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking out loud.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that was about either, dude, so don't worry about it.
Did you know a Natalie Kenworth?
Yes, I did.
So I imagine you also know that she was murdered about a month ago.
Yes, and I already talked to a police officer about her.
Yeah, I know, but I would appreciate if you could remind me. How did you know her? Friend? Just a classmate? Were you intimate?
I was her tutor. She was studying in criminology, and I was helping her with some of her classes. She came here often.
A student in criminology, huh? Did you ever get Professor Pratt?
No, but I know him. I've had several conversations about weird, unsolved cases.
Does he still have bad BO?
B.O.?
Body odor. In other words, he stinks.
Yes, he still does.
Hmm.
Do you know Cynthia Woods?
Cynthia Woods? No, I don't think so.
Are you sure? Maybe a photo would help.
Oh, yes, I have seen her before. She's my neighbor's friend. I saw her at a party. That picture was taken there.
So you're not close to Cynthia?
No, she's more my neighbor's friend. I think I saw her twice in all, at the party and once in the hallway. Why?
She was found brutally murdered in an abandoned apartment building.
You don't think that... Hey, I'm always in here working on my thesis. I never go out. I went to Mia's party because she invited me. I think she invited me so I wouldn't complain about the noise.
Mia's the other girl in the picture?
Yes, she's my neighbor.
Your thesis, what's the subject?
I'm doing it on a serial murder case called the Perlovka Ripper. It happened in the late 20s.
Well, you don't say.
Are you familiar with the case?
You could say that, yes.
So he happens to be working on a case that our grandfather was a private investigator during, and not only that, a case that we just happened to have started reading. I was going to say looking into, but I guess that's not really correct. Reading his case files, I guess, on it and whatnot. Like, that seems like a big coincidence. Also, just because the police here are questioning you about 2 women that have been murdered does not necessarily mean that, like, yes, obviously you're a suspect, but if you didn't have anything to do with it, they would still be questioning you because you're the point of contact between the two. So even if you're not the killer, the fact that they both knew you means that you might know something about both of them that could lead them to the killer.
Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Sure, I'll even print you up a copy.
Okay, can I have the copy now?
Sure, I'll be right back.
I was going to say, damn, that was going to be fast if you had just handed it to her. Also, that fly strip is, like, really
Now's my
fucking
chance.
big.
I should swipe something to get prints.
I mean, I see a glass.
Too risky to take that.
There's a magazine, but I feel like that's probably not gonna...
It's not a sample of semen that I want, but fingerprints.
Let's see. We got the cups. I mean, we got a bunch of trash over here. I mean, odds are he's touched all this. There's got to be something there you can take. There we go.
This will do nicely.
Here you are.
It's a real shit place. Is
Thanks
this
a
an
lot.
apartment or
I'll
on
be sure to read
campus?
it.
I'd really appreciate your input if you ever have the time.
Will do. You're not planning on leaving the country.
No.
Fine. Thanks for your cooperation, and I'll keep in touch.
Not planning on leaving the country. I mean, like... I don't know. I mean, that's just giving him ideas at that point. And I feel like this killer isn't planning on leaving the country either. He does seem to be rather weird. So let's see. What did he give us? Without remorse, unsolved serial killings, an examination of the 19 serial in relation to Emperor Czech Republic. All right. Kalara research paper submitted oh my god. Degree in criminology approved, 6 semester credits, department killing. Comment. Oh, here we go. Hang on. I lost it now. I had it. University of Chicago. I intend to examine the case reports about the 1929 Perlovka Ripper killings in Prague, Czech Republic, and the 1931 Chicago serial killings in order to establish commonality of method and signature, which suggests that both series of murders were in fact carried out by the same individual. All right, that would make sense, I guess, but I guess we'll find out in our flashbacks if he did end up catching the guy. By examining the circumstances surrounding the murders, including police files, coroner's report, and secondary documents, including newspaper coverage, which proved unusually sparse concerning the sensationalistic nature of the killings, and the journal of Juri Skalnik, I don't know who that is, the senior investigator assigned to the case in Prague, and what little I have gleaned from the FBI archives, I believe I have identified the murderer. Gustav McPherson, private investigator and American expatriate, was present in Prague during the killings. He was also in Chicago at the time of the 1931 slayings. Further research into Mr. McPherson's background revealed that he fled New York in the winter of 1922 following allegations by the city's police force that he may have been responsible for an unsolved homicide involving a former client. While in Paris, McPherson apparently worked as a painter until he was drawn into L'Affaire White, the investigation of a double homicide at the Hotel Orphée in autumn of 1925. Interestingly, one of the victims, Faye Johnson, under the alias Ruby White, may well have been known to McPherson as a result of the investigation that prompted him to leave. To leave New York. McPherson then left Paris, apparently in order to evade the authorities, who may have identified him as a suspect in the Hotel Orphée killings. He made his way to Prague, where he abandoned his painting and resumed working as a private investigator. Following the last of the Prague killings, a prostitute by the name of Ida Galikova, whose company McPherson was known to solicit, McPherson pled once again. A step ahead of local police, who had a warrant for his arrest. There were no more killings in Prague following his departure, only to reappear in Chicago in 1931, followed by 3 more murders. Following the last of the Prague killing. Okay, so Ida's gonna die then. McPherson subsequently resumed his career as a private investigator and does not appear to have been a suspect in these killings. If accepted, I intend to present a convincing case for McPherson as the Perlovka Ripper and perpetrator of the Chicago murders. Furthermore, I intend to construct a detailed psychological profile of McPherson in an attempt to better understand what drove him to commit such ghastly crimes, and why, atypically for serial killers, according to current theories, he then apparently stopped. Well, I mean, that's just it, right? Well, I mean, to be fair, I guess there are other serial killers that have stopped. Like a bunch of, like, just murders. But granted, usually I guess there is a reason. Like, they were in an accident, can't do it anymore, or stuff,
it's me.
right?
What's up?
Nothing much. I was just calling to say I was on my way to visit Victim 5's roommate. Maybe she can tell us more about Vaclav and the other girl in the picture.
No need, I know who she is. She's Vaclav's neighbor. Actually, I just finished the interview.
How did it go?
He's harmless. Anyways, he doesn't fit the profile. But I did nick a little something with Prince. I'm taking it over to Claire for comparisons.
Great idea, but we can't use it, though, if he checks out.
I know. Call me if you get anything interesting out of the roommate.
Will do. Bye.
Bye.
I mean, there's no way for us to get, like... I mean... That's obviously a handprint. But there's nothing I can do with it here, right? Alright. Oh my god. I'm so fucking tired. So back to the office. But do we go? I don't think we go to the morgue though, right? Like because there's like a, I don't know, a desk or something that has like a bunch of shit on it. Where the hell? There it is. In like the upstairs office, right? So I probably got to go there to lift the prints. Although at the same time, it's weird that the investigator... Well, no, I guess the investigators sometimes do that. I don't know. I don't know exactly how long ago this was set in, so it's hard to tell exactly how advanced they currently are. Because, like, you know, like, obviously this was a while ago. But I don't know if maybe it's because it's been remastered or something. Or I guess, I don't know. Or just maybe, like, a lot of the shit just hasn't changed over the years. Because, I mean, I'm going off of, like... I had something, didn't I? Maybe not. Maybe this isn't where I'm supposed to be. Because I got that. Oh, wait. And because like that looks like something that I should use, and that's like the brush.
This is used to lift fingerprints.
Yeah. Am I not...
That won't work. This is used to lift fingerprints.
Yeah, I know that. I'm trying... Like, I don't... Okay, let's back out. No? Alright. Well, I mean, that's just a paper cutter. That's not gonna...
It's a paper cutter.
Yeah, thanks, Vicky. Look at that, I actually remembered her name. Okay, so it doesn't... Because, I mean, like, his hand goes there, so you would assume that would be his thumb, but that doesn't seem right. That actually seems more like a palm print than a thumb print. Yeah, okay. Like, I want to put it down somewhere, but I just don't know.
This is used to lift fingerprints.
I know, I'm trying to fucking put the thing... Like, can I not put it down
this
somewhere?
This is used to lift fingerprints.
Fuck, okay, well... I don't know, fuck it. Maybe I don't need to do that. I mean, it's weird it has the thing there. It's like, oh, this is used to lift fingerprints. It's like, well, then why don't we do that? I mean, I guess we'll go talk to her at the morgue. Maybe we have to lift fingerprints with something later. Or maybe, I don't know, the fact that it zooms in as well, right? Like, if it was just, like, there, I clicked on it, she's like, oh, this is that. But, like, it zooms in and gives you multiple options, right? So it's weird that it would do that without a, without, like a reason, right? But whatever. Maybe we're like missing something that we need to do it, and we need to talk to her, and she'll be like, oh, here, we're looking for this.
Hi, Claire.
Hey.
Can you check this bottle out for prints and compare them to the partials you got on victims 4 and 5? I don't think we'll hit anything, but I'm curious.
Curiosity killed the cat.
But a cat has 9 lives.
Let's stop the cliches before someone gets shot. Can you at least extract the prints for me? Once extracted, the computer can compare the partials.
Sure. Remind me where the stuff is?
The powder's upstairs on my desk near the plastifying machine, along with the brush and lifting tape.
Oh, God.
When you're done, just give me the print and I'll handle the rest down here.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I mean, it sounds like me and a computer is going to be doing all the work. So, did I really have to come all the way down here just for her to send me back up there? Like, I remember that there was a thing. I didn't remember that there was fingerprint dust on it. Or, yeah. But I remembered there was a thing, so I'm like, oh, well, maybe, you know, I gotta lift them, right? Because, I mean, she's the morgue lady. I mean, I know that that she can lift fingerprints as well, but, like, I don't know. It's just weird that they don't let you do it. But once again, point and click adventures, man. Point and click adventures. Oh, look at that. Now they just fucking put the bottle there.
This is gray powder, useful for finding latent prints.
Uh-huh. There we go.
I can't just use the brush.
Yeah. Zip it.
I can't just use the brush.
I mean, I clicked on the thing.
I don't need more powder.
Well, then what the fuck is your problem, lady?
I can't just use the brush.
Okay, well, fuck off then. All right. Okay, I see a fingerprint
This
right there.
will do nicely for prints.
I see. Then put the brush away if I'm only going to use it once. Ugh. Man, point and clicks, man. Point and clicks. All right. I should probably check. Was it Kolar? I thought there was a V in his name somewhere. Oh. Probably wrong. All right. Let's go give her this. And now, realistically, it would take... Although, because I could always... Like, I know that in real life, you know, it does take some time to run prints. But now I'm actually curious as to, like, what takes the time. Does it, like, have to process the prints, right? And that's what takes a while, and then it runs it across the database? Or is just, like, the print, like, there, and then it just runs it across the database? And it just always takes forever because there's so many people in the database?
I'm all done with the prints.
Because, I mean, in this case, though, we just need...
I'll have the results soon. Where are you off to now?
Back to my dad's. I've got some reading to do.
Well, okay. I'll call you if I get something.
Okay, thanks a lot.
So, because, like, in this case, right, like, we're running, like, we need that print, but we need it tested against specific prints that we already have. So, shouldn't it be, like, super quick to do that, then? Like, wouldn't you just, like, be like, oh, here's the print, okay, and then test it against these two prints? It's like, all right, and the computer should be like, yay or nay, right? Also, I'm wondering if I'm going to have to use that red phone at some point. Like the red emergency stop button. All right. Back to, what's his name? Pat's house, right? I think that's her dad's name. It's... Oh yeah, I know that because I actually loaded up the wrong save file before I started this, and I was looking in the fast... Well, I guess it's not really the fast travel thing, it's just the travel thing here. For where the fuck I was supposed to be going, and I was like, none of this makes sense. And I looked, I'm like, oh, that's why. Because I didn't remember where we were going, but I remember that we were going somewhere we hadn't been before.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hi, Dad.
When do you think you can do those cookies?
Oh, geez. Sorry, Dad, I forgot. I have time now.
Oh, it's okay.
It's not a problem, Dad. A promise is a promise.
Alright, kitchen. Probably not upstairs. That looks like a kitchen. That looks like ingredients on the counter. It's either that or it's to the right. Aha, kitchen. Alright, let's see what we got. Gingerbread man, 1 cup of love, half cup of generosity, 2 cups of commitment, 1 cup of sweetness, half cup of integrity, a tablespoon of romance, a teaspoon of sensuality, and 1 common sense. In a bowl, cream together generosity, sweetness, and love to give your man a sweetheart. To give him devotion, simply sift together commitment, sensuality, and romance. Blend devotion to his sweetheart. Finally add intelligence, a mix of common sense and integrity, and beat it with the rest to make your perfect man. Alright, so... Cream together generosity, sweetness, and love. Generosity, sweetness, and love. Well, I mean, sweetness would be sugar, right? That's... What is this? That... Oh, right there, brown sugar. Alright, so... Okay, so how much sweetness? A cup of sweetness. I'm assuming that's the 1 cup, and then this would be a 2 cup, I guess. Okay, so when I hover over that one, it tells me that's brown sugar, eggs, flour. Okay. So I need that. And then you can go... Oh, whoops. Do I click on it? Okay. Generosity and love. What we got? We got butter, milk. Okay, well, I don't really do a lot of baking. I do a lot of cooking, right? Molasses doesn't make sense. Ginger and cinnamon. Okay, so flour would be integrity, I'm guessing. The 1/2 cup. Maybe? I mean, because flour... Well, maybe not. The molasses might be integrity. Because the molasses would stick everything together, right? So that might be integrity. So the flour... Ugh. A tablespoon of romance and a teaspoon of sensuality. Well, that's got to be... Oops, god damn it. That's got to be the ginger and cinnamon. That's what those two have got to be. But I don't need those right now. I need generosity and love. Okay, so if those two are those two things, integrity is, I'm going to say, is molasses. Sweetness is obviously the sugar, which leaves us with flour, eggs, and milk. So love, generosity, and commitment. Or no, butter. Oh shit, what the hell's the eggs? The common sense? That wouldn't make sense, would it? To give him devotion. In a bowl, cream together generosity, sweetness, and love. Also says, finally add intelligence down here. But I don't see that in the list of ingredients. So intelligence is probably the egg, right? Because like if they're not going to tell us how much, it's going to be like a single egg. So wait, then what am I? Got milk, butter, and flour. So love, generosity, and commitment. Butter, flour, and milk. Gonna say flour is probably commitment, right? Because like once it just like, because it's also 2 cups. And that seems to make a little bit more sense for flour. So we got, oh shit. Oh, I didn't want that. I didn't need the flour right away. Okay, so I want my cup of sugar back in there. Boom. This is also the only bowl, right? Like I'm not missing something else, okay. Okay, so 1 cup of love, 1/2 cup of generosity. Okay, so then I need a cup of love and 1/2 cup of generosity. So if that's going to be butter, I also don't know how to get 1/2 cup. Like, how do I get, or is this 1/2 cup? Fuck, hang on. 1 cup in milliliters. Okay, so this is 1 cup and that's 1/2 cup. So if I need 1 cup of sweetness and I only put in 1/2 cup. Okay, so I actually need another 1/2 cup of that. So boom, in there. All right. All right, we're making progress. And then I need a 1/2 cup of butter, because there's no way that you're putting in, because Because there's no way that you're putting in a cup of butter and half a cup of milk. So now I need a cup of milk. Correct. Cream together, generosity, which is the butter for some reason. Sweetness, which is the sugar. And love, which is 1 cup. All right. Oh, it also empties it when you put it down. It's weird. Okay, so I do that. Put it down. There we go. Let's cream that. But now it says to sift. To sift together. But do I just not... Because I'm not seeing another bowl or anything. So I'm guessing that after I do that, I just shove it all... Like, I just shove all of it in there. So what's next? I don't... I'm just going to throw it in and hope it works. So commitment, I decided, was flour. Because, I mean, some of this is, like, based on what it's labeled as. And some of it is based off of... Like I said, I don't bake a lot, but I make a lot of, like, sauces and that. So and it's like, well, this couldn't be that because I wouldn't put that much in it, right? So sensuality is 1 teaspoon and a table... So... sensuality and romance. A tablespoon and a teaspoon. Well, I don't think you ever put too much cinnamon in stuff, and I like everything I make takes a lot of ginger. So I'm gonna go with that. The tablespoon is the ginger. Although this is for cookies. And the teaspoon is for cinnamon. Okay. Blend devotion to a sweetheart. Alright. Finally, add intelligence, which is the egg. Just because it's the only one that wasn't in the ingredient list. Oh, look at that. Shell and all. Why not? Common sense and integrity. Oh wait, then what the hell's 1 common sense? Finally, add intelligence. But wait, I'm also out of ingredients, aren't I? Like, I know I still have to throw the molasses in. How much? The half a cup of molasses. I feel like I'm missing something then. Because I don't know. Or is the Oh, add intelligence. A mix of common sense and integrity. So the egg was the common sense. Got it. All right. And beat it with the rest to make your perfect man. All right. Mix it together. How do I say I'm done now? Oh, oven.
This tastes right.
Yeah.
Dad, the cookies are in the oven.
Nice, we did it. All right. Well, let's see what's over here. We don't really have a thing right now, an
I
objective.
thought he was going to change these chairs. Each time I sit in one, it doesn't feel like I'm eating, but ruling a small country.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with that? Oh, got a thing on the picture. And that seems to be it.
I always look stupid in pictures,
Hmm.
especially this one.
So can we leave anywhere else? We cannot. So let's go see what that other door is then. Because there's that other one to the right. Here. Oh, nice. It got like a whole little like bar set up in that. See, now this just proves that your house is bigger than you need it to be when you ever have a room like this. Ah, what? With a
Okay,
fucking...
great combo. A shot of ice-cold vodka, a glass of good red wine while dipping in the tub. I'll get to that later.
I mean, that's like a hot tub or like a jacuzzi or something, right? Like, there's no fucking... Like, this house is definitely way too big for just that... For fucking Pat to live in by himself. So you can go out there. No. Hey, come stand here, because I just realized... Oh, no, we don't have the present. Oh, right, never mind. That was the old save file. When I load the old save file, I also saw that I still had Pat's gift in my inventory, and I was like, wait, didn't I give that to him? It's one of the things that tipped me off. Okay, so we got 2 rooms up here, actually. Looks like, anyway. Computer room, or office, I guess. With, wow, absolutely dick all in it. It's actually probably a good thing that you guys can't see my mouse, because it just goes fucking nuts whenever I enter a room. It just like goes fucking everywhere. Oh, I guess we're going back to Prague.
The poor kid was badly scarred. The killer stabbed her 7 times before she finally escaped to the streets. Odekar's boy Roman found her and brought her here. She's only 16, for God's sake. I promised her that I'd help her in any way I could if she would help me find the killer. So she opened up and told me her story. Can I keep this?
Yes.
I'm Gustav McPherson. I'm a private eye hired to help find and arrest the person who attacked you.
I'm Vladana Tominova. I haven't said that in a long time. I'm usually just Vladana.
Do you feel up to a few questions? I can always come back later.
No, that's okay. You can ask me questions if you wish, but I'm afraid I won't be much help.
Besides the sketch you gave me, can you describe your attacker with a little more detail?
The top hat was black, and so was his cloak. The mask was silver white. It had motifs on it, but nothing I can describe accurately.
That sounds like our killer.
When were you attacked?
About 2 months ago.
Where did it happen?
It happened near the park. I was coming back from Mark's studio, and
Take your time.
it was very foggy that evening. I heard someone walking in front of me. I could hear his footsteps getting closer and closer. I stopped when I suddenly saw a silhouette appear behind the fog. A man in a top hat wearing a dark cloak was standing in front of me. I froze. I couldn't move. I was absolutely terrified.
What happened next?
He approached slowly. I noticed that he was wearing a mask when he walked out of the fog. He looked like death itself. I hadn't noticed how close he had come to me. He took a swift swing at me. As he did, I let out a scream. At first I thought he had missed me, but then I noticed the metallic taste in my mouth. I put my hand to my face and looked at it. It was full of blood. Then I felt a cold sensation in my chest, followed by a sharp pain. Then another. Then another. I screamed what seemed to be my last breath. I fainted after that. I woke up in here. He'd stabbed me over and over. It's a miracle I'm still alive.
How did you end up here in this joint?
Roman found me. He was the one who scared off the killer. He heard me screaming, so he ran in the direction of the commotion. I don't know much about that. You should ask him.
You mentioned earlier that you left Mark's place the night you were attacked. Who's Mark?
Mark is a local artist. Most of the girls know him. I think he's painted all of us at least once.
Was Mark acting strange that night, or was it business as usual?
Everything was fine until Inspector Skalnick showed up.
Inspector Skalnick talked to Mark. What did they talk about?
I didn't really pay attention to what they were saying, but they were arguing about something. When Skalnick left, Mark told me to get dressed and leave. He told me he wasn't feeling well enough to continue.
Was he angry?
He was, but he made a good effort not to show it. So I left quietly without saying a word besides goodnight.
In general, Mark was always nice.
Yes, always cordial, very polite and well behaved. He would give us double what we charge a client for the time we spent posing. It was a lot better work, let me tell you. I only posed for him once, and I wish I could do it again.
Where can I find Mark?
His studio is in front of the canal near the old wall.
Well, thanks for answering my pesky questions.
You're welcome.
Take care of yourself, Ledena.
And you be careful too.
Thanks, I will.
Alright, so now we need to... what, we're gonna just go out the door? After what we went through to get in here? I mean, isn't he worried about the dog anymore?
I see you've solved the dog problem.
Yeah. He's a very good, but very dangerous dog.
What is this place exactly?
This is our inheritance. Great, isn't it? Peter and me took care of this place after our father died.
How'd you get mixed up with a guy like Otakar, if you don't mind my asking?
When we were younger, Peter and me had a small operation going. Petty theft was our main business. This place is perfect to hide stolen goods. Anyways, Peter and me would get arrested from time to time. Suffice it to say, the thieving wasn't going good. We're not exactly good at blending into the crowd.
Did you guys ever wear masks?
Masks?
Yeah, to cover your face, to hide your identity?
No, we never did. Now, why didn't I think of that? Masks, huh?
I'm sorry I interrupted you. So how'd you hook up with Otakar?
Oh, yeah, well, we decided to work for him because our business wasn't going well and we needed money. Masks. We should have worn masks.
And?
So, Otakar offered to pay us good money to protect certain investments he had in the neighborhood. And that's pretty much it.
I will say, I'll give credit where it's due. This guy, you know, he hires people to protect the girls, and I mean, that one's all scarred up in that now, and he didn't just, like, throw her away. He's actually protecting her. Like, you know, the guy may be a prick, but I mean, there's definitely worse people out there.
Did you ever think of doing something else?
Well, yeah, of course. No one wants to do what we do. We do it because we have no other choice. What I really wanted to do is open up a club. Not a joint, but a classy place, like I seen in pictures of New York.
Ah, I know what you mean. Huge classy joints where you have a host at the door that escorts you to a table and lots of different acts on stage from across the country.
Yeah. Also, a small orchestra that plays jazz music.
Well, you never know. It could happen, right?
I would doubt it.
Yeah, who am I kidding? It's a dream itself just getting into one of them. Well, it was nice meeting you, Roman. I hope our paths cross again.
I
It
mean,
was
somebody
nice
had
to
to build
meet
the
you
first
too.
one.
And, thanks for getting me out of jail.
Think nothing of it.
I mean, are we not going to ask him about that night? Like, didn't she just say that we'd have to ask Roman about what he saw when he fucking came and saved her? Like, seriously? This guy isn't the best private investigator. I mean, we could go back up there, but I don't see why we would. Alright. Or maybe that wasn't Roman. I think he called him Roman at the end, though.
Hi, Peter.
Yeah.
Hi! Seems you got away from raw meat.
Do you scare your new friends like that all the time?
I'm sorry for what happened. The chain doesn't usually break. It was funny to see your face, though. I always do the same gag to the new guys.
What do you do for Otakar besides roughing people up?
I hurt people that Otakar doesn't like I did to you.
Yes, well, that's what I meant. Besides hurting people, what do you do for them?
No besides, I just hurt them. You're not very quick. But you make me laugh.
Okay, I guess that's my cue, Peter. I'll leave you to your hurting people. But I think you should cut down on the raw meat gag. I need a new pair of shorts.
Oh, that reminds me. I have to fix the chain.
Man, and you're telling me that these guys couldn't figure out how to be good thieves? No, you don't say. Also, I'm leaving now. I don't fucking know where I'm going. Guess just down. I don't know, maybe something will happen. Somebody will show up. Alright. That's, there we go. Because I don't... Yeah, I don't actually know where the hell I should be going. Oh, right, we're gonna probably go see Mark now, right? Like, that was like the artist guy. Oh, that makes sense. Alright. So let's see, how long we've been going? 42 minutes. We'll see how long it takes. I was gonna say we'll probably do Mark's place and end it there, but I guess that kind of depends on... Oh, is that the door there? God, is he gonna turn out to be like a fucking Jekyll and Hyde deal here, or...
Hello?
Oh, this probably isn't good.
Hello?
Yes?
Sorry about this. I knocked and the door opened, so I came in.
That's quite all right. And you are...
I'm Gus McPherson. I'm a private detective hired to help out with the local murders.
Really? A genuine private dick, and I can tell by your accent you're American, too. This adds so much to the authenticity of the stereotype. The name is Mark Ackerman. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Are you British?
No, I'm a Yank, just like you are. The accent is due to living in England throughout most of my childhood. You see, Daddy is an ambassador. I sort of picked it up along the way. I hardly notice it anymore.
Mark? Qui est-ce?
Stay in your position, Apollina, please.
Do you have time for a few questions?
For just a few, yes, of course. It's sort of exciting, this private detective stuff.
They're not bad pictures. I mean, like, the art style on them is actually really nice. I wouldn't mind having a picture like that with maybe a slightly different subject matter.
I'm sorry,
in it.
but I have to ask this. Did you ever employ these women other than for modeling?
I was always professional, Mr. McPherson. I never touched those women.
Again, I apologize, but I have to ask these types of questions.
It's quite all right, I understand.
This was a while back, but do you remember when Inspector Skalnick came here to talk to you? Actually, according to rumor, you had an argument with him. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And do you mind telling me what it was about?
Not at all. He accused me of being, as you put it so eloquently earlier, the local problem.
Did I say local problem earlier? I feel like you were the first person to say that.
He accused you of being the killer.
Yes, can you believe the gall? I mean, really, me, a killer? It's totally preposterous.
Did he elaborate on his theory?
Not really. He only confronted me. He didn't present any proof or real evidence to support his allegations. I'm afraid you'll have to ask him about his little hypothesis.
Mark, j'en ai marre!
Well, I believe that's my cue.
Yes, indeed. I must get back to work before... well, before...
Yes, I know. Thanks for answering my questions. Can I come back later, maybe when you're less busy?
Certainly. As I mentioned before, your best bet is to talk to Inspector Skalnick.
Well, again, my thanks.
You're quite welcome. And good luck.
That was quick. Oh, look at that. There's the fucking copper right there. Dude up there. So are these people just like here? Also, what's down this way? Or, because like remember I pointed out there's like that one guy earlier that was like off to the side and then like he walked away and it was like really creepy. But now seeing like the copper here, I'm like, maybe there's just people. Oh, this is right next to this place. That's where the pimp lives, right? Is right here. This is lingerie, I think is what they call it. Alright, so we need police station. Because that took no time at all. Junkyard, burden. There it is. To see why Stelnick just kind of... I mean, I guess he does deal with the girls a lot. So, I mean, if that was all he was going off of... But at the same time, with how much... I guess I was going to say, just because like he deals with them a lot doesn't mean he wouldn't kill them.
Friend.
But...
Mr. McPherson, what can I do for you?
I'd like to talk to your boss. Is he in now?
As a matter of fact, he is. Are you gonna pester him with annoying questions?
Yes.
How'd you know?
A wild guess. Go right in, my friend. It's up the stairs at the end of the hall to your right.
All right.
Thanks.
Because, I mean, nothing about that Mark guy says killer to me. I would be more likely to believe in Gus here being a Jekyll and Hyde situation than that Mark guy at the moment. Because, well, you know, for one, it would be super fucking obvious. Well, I guess not super obvious, but he would very clearly be a suspect if they started, if the subjects of his paintings started dying. But at the same time, if he likes painting them that much, then it would also not make sense for him to kill them, but to kill other ones. I'm also assuming that he's painted some of them more than once. I think she said that.
Warrants have been issued.
So like if he's painted them more than once, because like if he was painting them once and then killing them, that would make some kind of sense. Because then, you know, nobody else would be able to paint them, and his painting would be unique. I've watched a lot of Criminal Minds and cop shows growing up, so getting into the mind of a killer. All I gotta do is tap into my slight sociopathy, and, you know, good to go. Because, yeah, other than that, I mean, because all I know about him is he's an artist. So, I mean, that's literally all I have to go off of.
It seems that everywhere you go, there's an Alphonse Mucha.
Is that the artist or the subject? All right, let's go talk to this dickhead.
Hey, Inspector Skalnick?
If it isn't the knight in shining armor.
You son of a...
What do you want, McPherson? I was on my way out.
I'd like to ask you about Mark, the local artist.
What about him?
Well, I thought I remember you saying that you had no suspects related to these crimes. And this charming gentleman says otherwise.
What did he say exactly?
He said that you accused him of the crimes. May I ask why?
Yes, I considered him a suspect. Wouldn't you?
It doesn't matter what I think.
That's all the time I have for you.
Fine. Can you at least lend me the files on the other victims?
No, McPherson.
Why not? I just want to consult them. Hey, I thought we were working to...
No, we are not. I work for the mayor, not the whores.
Well, now, it seems we work for the same kind of people, except my clients have character and honesty.
This concludes our conversation. I have business elsewhere.
That was a good one. I gotta give him that one. That was a good one. I mean, that's another one of those things I never really understood, because it's like, even if he doesn't like this guy, they're still working to catch the same killer.
Hey,
like,
Kaz, I need another favor.
What can I do?
I need to get some files from Skalnick's office. Can you let me in?
I'm afraid I can't do that, my friend. That could mean my job.
Ah, come on. For old time's sake.
No, really, I can't help you. But maybe the workers on the side of the building can help you?
All right. Thanks for the tip.
Have a nice evening.
okay. Because, I mean, the only reason I could think for him, besides he's just a prick and not sharing the files, is either A, he thinks I'm the killer, or B, he's the killer. At this point, I very much believe him to be a killer. He's a real prick. He's a real jerk. All right. Oh. Well, I got some rope now.
I have to manage a way up.
Okay, so, I mean, just take the rope, right? Okay, or not. Okay, so that means that I can, in fact, use something there. Lock picking, picture, sketch. Can I use that there? That doesn't make sense. All right. What else we got? Do we got anything else? Oh. Apparently I can... I don't... Oh, is that pieces of wood or something? Yeah, it is. Can I grab more? No? Alright. Let's go back here then. So the little symbol in the left means that I can use something. It's a 2x4. No? God damn it. Alright. See how this is the point where I'm like, do I need to go somewhere else first? It says I need to use something. I would love to be able to use... Because, I mean, look, you got the bar up there. Just throw the fucking piece of wood through. I don't think I can combine shit in my inventory, can I? Right? Rope is a strong piece of rope. And then that's just a sturdy piece of wood. Alright. So I am supposed to be able to use something here. But see now, like I said, this here is the problem with point and click adventures, right? Is like I don't know... Oh wait, what is this symbol? Ah. Haha! Oh, whoops. It's always hard to think, like, because when you can't do something, it's like, is it because I'm not doing something while I'm here? Or is it because I need to go somewhere else and do something? Because a lot of them have shit that makes, like, no sense because you have to go somewhere completely different.
I think everyone has at least a couple of these.
Of what? Those books? Maybe. Sure, I'll take those. That seems to be it there. Okay, I'm assuming that those keys open this thing. Look at me learning. Oh, shit. Okay, so they found another one of those rings. You know, this is always the thing. Like, obviously that guy's supposed to be coming back now, right? Yeah. And it's like, he had to have, like, just fucking left. Like, well, he did. We watched him leave. Park's crime scene and in the burnt neighborhood. So this, let's see. I mean, this looks identical to the other one. It looked a little different when he picked it up, but... Oh, no, these are different. Alright, so the metal rings are different. They have different little spiky bits on it. It's found in the sewers of the burnt neighborhood. Okay. Okay, and then that's the park one, right? Yeah. Wait, what is this one? Crime scene picture of the victim found near the bridge. Okay, so I'm guessing that we're going to have to go to these places for the victim in the burnt neighborhood. Okay, so she... Oh! We went over there and we got one of those weird vision things. And then this here's the sketch of the killer. Man, are we after Jack the Ripper here? Although we're in Prague, right? So that wouldn't make too much sense, but it looks like him. Alright, so... we got that. Did we get any actual reports? Okay. Katerina inflicted with a large sharp blade. So the killer does not suggest that the killer has any medical knowledge or skill at butchery. Victim was killed elsewhere. Girl was killed by the same individuals responsible for Nadia. Judged to be an unlawful death. No shit. Making my rounds when at approximately midnight, I come across disturbance in the ruins of St. Drago Orphanage. I find the body of a young woman killed with a knife, many stabbings. Victim was cut open like butcher's carcass. I see very little blood. The killing is a terrible thing. Witnesses. Oh, I missed something here. Perhaps this girl was orphaned here before building burned. No witnesses to identify body. Make my rounds before at 9 p.m. I am certain girl was not there. Alright. Death due to repeated stabbings, post-mortem, defensive wounds, lack of blood, there was no prostitute, detective with assistance by Constable Stasek. That's it. No actual fucking incident. I was contacted by Constable Stasek, who requested that I examine the murder scene. The victim was found on a bench at the base of the Charles Bridge. Gutted, the victim, a known prostitute, appeared to have been dead for some hours. A relative lack of blood present at the scene shows that the victim was transported there following the killing. I found no useful boot prints in the vicinity. The victim had been robbed, though whether by the killer or a later thief has not been determined. Anton Bebel, a local butcher, found her body and reported it to Constable Stasek. He is under consideration as suspect. Otakar Kubina is a known pimp and pander. Identified the victim. He is not considered a suspect due to lack of motive. Well, that makes sense. Nika Vidi, throat being cut. Tracheal carotid artery severed by a single deep slash. Alright. Lack of defensive wounds, killed from behind, stabbed repeatedly and eviscerated. Confirmed that she was killed where she was found. Recent fillings in the teeth, typical of Italian dentistry, suggest that the girl had been traveling, possibly in the company of a patron, enlisting her services. Identity unknown. Known prostitute, unlawful death. I was walking home having spent... Alright. The night in the office and crossed through Vitkov Park. In the early hours of the morning, I discovered the body of a young woman nearly decapitated and gutted, lying at the foot of the statue, clearly beyond my help. I searched the area for clues before summoning constables to canvass the area in search of witnesses and to take away the body. Alright. So that's... Police report on the first victim, known as Sasha. Woke me in the early hours of dawn. He informed me of a murdered young woman who rushed to the crime scene in an alleyway in the Perlovka area. I was very disappointed when I realized that the victim was in fact a common street whore. It seems that Constable Stasek is easily impressed and was made overly anxious by this event. Wow. So it's probably a message sent by Otakar Kubina's men. However, I've never seen a message so brutal before. The woman was gutted and stabbed repeatedly. It seemed a bit excessive, even for Kubina. I found in the victim's right hand a strange ring. I sent it to a local jeweler in hopes to uncover information about it. This ring may hold a clue to the killer's identity. Unfortunately, the jeweler has misplaced the ring and he has assured me that it is lost. Ida Skalikova was the one who found the victim and informed Constable Stasek. Alright. So Stasek seems rather nice. The other guy is a right prick. So I guess next time we either... Okay, so we were at the park. We either need to go to the bridge or the burnt neighborhood. But that will be for next time because we're actually over the hour. So let's just see. Because maybe we have the choice. Maybe we're just forced to go to one or the other. I'd like to see. It looks like it just unlocked... I guess the burnt neighborhood. So I guess we'll probably go to the bridge first. Because we've already been in the burned neighborhood. Although that's the burned neighborhood, not the burnt neighborhood. Maybe they're different. I doubt it, but you never know. But that'll be it for this time. We've made very little progress in either case, in all honesty. Because we got some fingerprints. We didn't really find out anything about the current day case. And while we do have more information now on this one, including a picture of the victim, we still haven't really made any progress in that either. Oh, God, investigating murders is hard. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week.